Good morning, all. Camelback Trading 2724 coming to you this Thursday morning, April 16th. We're about 30 seconds away from 8:30 when the jobless claims number comes out. We've been trading basically in balance, in and out of value this morning. Very light volume in the pre-market. Our average volume is now down to 220 million, as yesterday's volume was very light again. We're in a 4-day balance as of now. So let's go over destinations first, and then after 8:30 we'll see what kind of game plan we have for this morning. So right now on the upside, our first destination would be yesterday's high of 279.59 and then filling the gap at 279.91 from April 15th. And then above that, we don't have anything to the daily high from that day of 284.90. If we are to get that, we have 288.52 weekly high, and then filling the gap of 290.23, 171 point gap from March 9th. Now, it's turned 8:30. I have not seen any number, but obviously you could see the market trying to pop to the top of yesterday's range. For the downside as of right now, we have 9 wide from yesterday. That's C's high of 277.18. Yesterday's low of 275.46, 11 wide at 273.47 from April 13th, 272.45 afternoon pullback low from the 13th, and 271.41 a daily low. So what's the game plan for this morning? Well, right now, as you can see, we're kicking around, and I'm sure the number came out, but I have not seen it. I have my news thing up, but as I'm doing the video, it's tough to see. So right now, with an hour to go, we're trading at the top of yesterday's range. Obviously, if we take out yesterday's high, the gap, I would think, should fall. It's a small gap. There's only 32 ticks left. I was actually very surprised we did not fill it yesterday after. I was surprised what we did in H, J, K, and L. But then since we did do that, I was absolutely surprised that we did not at least get the gap before we sold off. Very mechanical, short-term traders involved. So if we are to gap higher in the next hour, then depending on the size of the gap rules would apply. For the gap high, the odds are this gap's going to fill. You can go long, with my out being if we fill the gap. All right, there's not much up here. If you fill the gap, I'm sure you're going to at least go down and test the initial balance high and M's high from yesterday. If you don't fill the gap, if we gap higher, then you're going to hold on to your long because there's really not much above us. Our pre-market high right now is 280.26, so that would be my first destination on the upside. Then the value low, which is $1 higher from the 14th. Remember, there was not a lot of market-generated information from the 14th. We were 8 wide. Now, again, my cutoff is 9 wide, but that doesn't mean I totally dismiss this. So I would think you're going to get some kind of reaction at the 8 wide, and then you would have the 14's high. Now, for the downside, if we gap higher or take out yesterday's high, get a pretty big taper on the volume and come right back into yesterday's range, you can take a put play based on the fact that the odds are you're going to probably trade down and at least test the initial balance high and M's high. But just remember, if you are taking a short up here, you're going to be doing it with higher value. So it's not one that I would stay married to. It's just a quick play to see if you're to come back in and out of, right? The market, these algorithms have a habit of in and out of a previous day's range before it gets the direction it wants to go. So it would not be a trade on the short side that I want to stay into too long, especially if we come back in but do not get any kind of tempo to the downside to at least test A&M's high. Right now, with higher value, I'm looking more for the call play. So those are 2 early plays for this morning. Now let's go to the charts. So we closed at 277.76, right? Right around that 278 level, which is basically right around where that trend line is. We're trying to get over it again today, right? We're trading at just under 280. So again, on the monthly, you're battling back and forth. Buyers trying to get accepted above, sellers trying to keep it below. Still going to be undecided right now. Weekly, we are one time framing up 3 weeks, right? First goal is to get above last week's high again to get more distance, right? 281.20 was last week's high. We're trading at 280, but still very healthy one time framing up 3 weeks, not including this week, with 2 days to go. If we're able to get this week's high of 284.90 at some point, well, then you're going to clearly get that 287, very visual, very important level for me, going back to 2018 of January, will come into play. And then what I was talking about yesterday, right now, the 50 days around 287.79. So it's going to be even a little low when we open today. So if this market was to get any legs, at some point you're going to test that level and the 50. Now, remember, we are in a 4-day balance. Balance rules do apply. So until you take out 284.90, which is the top of our 4-day balance, nothing's changed, right? We all know the balance rules, so right now you have to play them. You never really want to play in the middle of a balance, which is basically where we closed last night. However, if we are to close this gap and have a gap higher, you certainly have something to lean on being long today until at least the gap fills and we get more market-generated information. Good luck trading today. Have a great day trading. Again, we have more people signing up. We have close to, I think, at least 60 people in the room already in just over a little over 2 days. Thank you very much. I'm hoping I'm providing a really good thing for you guys that are learning the profile, who know the profile. It's been a fun time so far, so come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. If you like us, sign up, then download the Discord. Go to discord.com and download the app, and I'll send you the link. It's as simple as that, and you'll join our little community. Have a great day trading, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.